Welcome back to another video review from Arizona Fine Time. My name is Joe, and today we're going to be doing a very special Orient watch for you. Now this is a brand new Orient star skeleton that was just released in the US, and we're proud to say that Arizona Fine Time is going to be the exclusive US authorized dealer for these two models. Now there's going to be the leather strap variation, which is pictured here. That's the DX00002W. You can see that the hands are blued for hours, minutes, small seconds, and power reserve indicator. Now what makes this movement so special is that it has a 50-hour power reserve, which is about an additional 8 hours compared to most other manual wind watches. Here we have the stainless steel bracelet variation, which is reference number DX00001W, and the only difference between these two is going to be the leather strap versus the stainless steel bracelet. Both models are going to feature Orient's in-house manufactured caliber 48E50, which, as I mentioned before, is a manual wind movement with over 50-hour power reserve. That's amazing in itself, but another cool attribute about this watch is its dual-layer structure. So the movement has this dual-layer structure to expose more parts of the movement, so you can easily see the escapement gear, the balance wheel, and just about everything this watch has to offer right through the dial. So now we have the watch in hand. You can see they did an immaculate job on the finish on these. The high polished bezel as well as case side are very clean, very crisp. There's a small amount of brushed finish on the horns, just giving it that little bit of extra detail. I think the blue hands are what really make this watch. In skeletonized watches, it's very difficult to find one that's legible. I think that this Orient Star, they did a tremendous job in making it legible with the blue hands that are kind of broad, very easy to see. I was very surprised once getting the watch in hand. So right now I'm manually winding the watch to fill up the power reserve. You can see that the bracelet matches up to the case perfectly with that high polished finish on the in-between links. They did a really nice job on that, as well as the deployment clasp, which is a dual push button release. Very high polished on the inside of that as well. Overall, I really like the look of this bracelet model. Both watches look great, but this one really stands out. So in throwing the watch on your wrist, you really get a feel for the quality. I think fit and finish are outstanding, but overall feel and build are excellent as well. Now, one of the other attributes I'm really fond of in this watch is that it doesn't expose a whole lot of your wrist through the dial. And as silly as that sounds, I'd much rather see decoration or moving parts as opposed to seeing my wrist through the dial. So now I'm going to grab the DX00002W, which is the leather strap variation. You'll see the strap definitely makes it more of a dress piece. Now this is a calf leather that's padded and very soft, very comfortable to wear. Now this has a tain buckle. Generally I prefer deployment, but I really think that the tain buckle on this is very nicely done, kind of a unique design, the Orient Star logo on there, and gives it that classic look. Another attribute I really love is the decoration. Now this is decorated as a high-end Swiss watch with pearlage on the front, striping on the back. Overall, I think the kind of contrasting decoration really add for a lot of character to this timepiece. So in throwing this one on the wrist, you definitely get the feel that it's more classy, definitely more dressy. In comparison to the bracelet model, I still think it could be worn either way as more of a casual piece or dress. The size is only 40 millimeters wide and 9.2 millimeters thick, so it is a relatively thin watch, making great to go under the cuff if you choose to use it as a dress piece. So here we have the Orient in-house manufactured caliber 48E50. You can see they did a tremendous job with the striping on this. It's very finely detailed and very elegantly done. You can see I'm winding the watch here, and you can see the barrel actually turning with the mainspring inside. Now, to those who don't know, the mainspring that sits in that barrel there that's turning is, as that unwinds, that's what's providing all the movement to your gears. That's the centralized energy source for this watch. Now, in designing this case, Orient specifically designed the crown and case to make for easy winding. I find it to be very easy to wind on or off the wrist, which is a nice little added bonus. So as I had mentioned, DX00001W and DX00002W are going to be exclusively sold at Arizona Fine Time in the US, And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to contact us at 1-800-486-3996 and check out azfindtime.com.